welcome to today's practice. For today, you might like to have a blanket folded up. I mentioned this on my previous post. We want to have something about 4, maybe 5 inches high. We're going to be getting into a little bit of spinal awakening today, some back bending. That being said, I don't want this to be your biggest, baddest back bend. I want you to be aware as we move what is appropriate for you in each pose. What helps you feel like you're getting some space. Remember, that's always what we're looking for. And let your breath be the guide, right? If it feels like you cannot maintain that nice, even breath, then I want you to back off and know that it's okay. This is supposed to be an exploration, as I've said before, not a military drill. That being said, we are going to start off on our backs today. Do have your support, that 4 or 5 inch support available. And you're going to make your way down to your back. Now, if being flat on your back is uncomfortable, you might like to have your bolster, pillow, rolled up blanket, whatever it might be, with you to place it underneath the legs, the knees in particular. So we're going to come right into our savasana pose. Letting the shoulders tuck under. Arms are as wide from the body as feels sustainable to you. Let your palms rotate up. This is going to help your shoulders relax. And if you'd like to find more heart opening and it's sustainable, maybe let your arms go to a T. You might even put a little bend in the arms, whatever feels right to you. If you'd rather not be fully extended here, or you don't have a bolster or pillow that feels okay, options are to come into reclined butterfly, feet together, knees wide. Or you can come into just a reclined bridge type pose. So you let your feet go really wide on the mat, and then you let your knees knock in toward each other and just find what is comfortable for you there. So with the upper back smooth to the floor, allow the back of the neck to be long and the chin to draw down, helping to soothe your nervous system. And it's your choice, yogis. You can allow your eyes to drift closed, or you can allow them to simply rest on one point at the ceiling. To begin, let's just pay attention to how we're feeling in the body. And just notice any areas that feel particularly tight or spacious here. Just notice what you notice. And whenever you feel ready, you're going to allow that awareness to move up to your heart space, your emotional center. What's going on there today? Can you meet it compassionately, whatever you find? And then from there, you're going to take your awareness up to the space of your mind. And just notice how busy or how calm you are in your mind today. Again, meet this with compassion. We're using all of this as a bit of a check-in so we know from where we're starting, and with this awareness, helping ourselves begin to move back toward balance. And for the pranayama, the breath offering today, I'd like us to practice a 1 to 2 breath. So you're going to inhale, and if you'd like to count, it could be to a 3 or a 4, letting the belly expand outward. And when you're ready to exhale, it's going to be to a 6 or an 8, depending on how much you inhale, feeling your navel move back down to your spine. You can sense around this if you'd rather not count. The inhale, expanding the belly outward, the ribs out to the sides. The exhale, feeling everything condense back down toward your central axis, your spinal column. Please continue to watch the breath here. I have felt for some time that the current situation we find ourselves in, this pandemic, is asking us all to pay attention. It's asking us to awaken from the sleepwalking that tends to be our daily life. It's asking us to be more aware of where our attention goes and how we are moving forward, both as individuals and as the collective. It is our tendency, both individually and as a society, to be ego-driven, to grasp for external power, whether that is money, a bigger house, maybe to be the pant wearer in our relationships, or further in our career. Or it's this idea of survival of the fittest. And let's keep in mind, these things are not necessarily bad, but we can become unbalanced in that tendency. This pandemic, I feel, is giving us the opportunity to pay attention to not a horizontal path of evolution, which is what I just described, but rather a vertical path of evolution. To pay attention if we are, or can be, more spirit or soul driven. To give attention to moving toward more authentic power, which is compassion, it is wisdom, faith, and trust. It is also this idea of protecting those that are the most vulnerable, and that we all have the same energy uniting us. The energy that enlivens me, enlivens you, enlivens your neighbors, enlivens your town. You can think of this energy within us as being one big ocean. And we are simply a cup full of that ocean. And this is where the illusion starts to happen. That we are separate from each other. That is the ego's doing. So if we are to really awaken, we need to become aware of this mental space, this ego that creates that veil of illusion, that we are separate, that creates this discord that we all tend to feel. In his book, The Leap, Steve Taylor talks about sleepwalking, the normal state that we all tend to be in. And he describes it as thinking of ourselves as separate, of being in discord. We tend to be trapped in the mental space and subjected to random thought chatter, what yogis call the monkey mind. We tend to be preoccupied with personal concerns and dominated by this desire to escape what is, whether it's by distraction or the accumulation of things. We are all subject to this. We all have varying degrees of awakeness. And if we are really to awaken, which is to find clarity and connection, compassion, what is really intense well-being, we need to practice transcending this normal state of being. There's several ways that we can do this. Creating inner relaxation or stillness, quieting the thought chatter. This can happen in meditation. It can happen with practicing sedate activities, such as our yoga practice. It can happen when we go into nature or when we view art performances. So as you move through this practice today, I'm offering you the opportunity to pay attention to when you start to sleepwalk. And as many times as you need to, you can use your body, your engagement as an anchor to the present moment. You can use your breath, that which connects mind and body, as a way to ground to here and now. And as always, yogis, know that you are enough wherever you are on this path. If you are not ready to awaken in this way, that is okay. This evolution will happen no matter how we choose it. So taking some time here to be curious around what you need to balance today. And if you would like, you can use this as your sankalpa, your intention, by stating it as if it's already occurring with an I am statement. Repeating it to yourself several times if it would please you, so it's really rooted into your awareness. And whenever you feel you're ready, yogis, you can extend the legs if they're not, maybe even taking hands to outer edges of thighs if you're in reclined butterfly to assist, and then lengthen the legs. We're going to start off with a full body stretch. So please take the legs, the arms long, and we're going to go side to side first, like we are actually waking up from sleep. So on your inhale, reach to the right hand, the right heel, feel a little cinching on the left side body. Inhale through center, and your next exhale, I'd like you to reach through the left hand, the left heel. Feel a little cinching on the right side body. And then we'll do one big stretch, reaching through heels, through fingertips, spread fingers and toes, arch the back as much as feels right. And whenever you choose, gently soften that and bring your knees into your chest. Holding hamstrings or shins, you're welcome to rock and roll. Maybe you'd like to even open mouth exhale a few times and just let go of anything that's been holding you back the best you can. You might like to bring your forehead up to your knees, coming into a ball, even giving yourself a little squeeze, some compassion, a hug. And then when you're ready, you'll make your way back to neutral. So as I mentioned, we will be doing some back bending today. When we back bend, it tends to open the front vertebra, and so we have this space that opens, and it can be detrimental to the spinal column to then come into a ball like we just did. So I will not be offering that again. It's not to say, I just want you guys to have this awareness, right? And to do what's right for you. But just know to have that kindness to your spine. All right, from here, we're going to go into a few bridges. So heels are going to start off below your knees, and then you're going to widen your feet as much as feels good in your low back. And you might need to change that in between each bridge that we do here. Allow your arms to be down along your side. If the upper back has become unseated from the floor, tuck it under, back of neck long. Feel the belly button draw into the spine. And on your next exhale, I'd like you to press your knees down toward the floor as you lift your hips up. You're going to feel the heels draw back towards your shoulders, and your inner foot is going to push down as your outer hips lift. Feel the inner knees hugging gently toward each other, not overdoing it. And then if you'd like, yogis, you can roll the shoulders under. You might even like to clasp your hands below your back. I want you to feel the back ribs just below your shoulder blades come into the spinal column and lift towards your chin a bit. Soften your throat, soften your jaw, relax your gaze. What's your breath like here? How can you come toward balance? And then on an exhale, gently release the hands and a slow roll down. You're trying to touch each vertebra into the floor, just doing the best that you can to articulate your spine. Navel in to help you really move mindfully through the low back. Pause for a moment, assimilate that back bend. And do know if any point through this practice, back bending no longer serves you, I want you to do what's right for you. These are just offerings, an opportunity for you to search around for what you need. Another thing, if you ever feel a little lightheaded or nauseous after back bending, it's because you got so deep into the spinal column. Give yourself a break, it will go away. All right, one more of these. When you're ready, feel the knees drive down as you lift your hips up. Again, you're going to feel the heels draw back, the inner foot root down, the outer hip lift a little higher. Continue to feel the inner knees softly engage toward each other. If you'd like, roll the shoulders under, clasp the hands below the back. And then again, yogis, we're going to think of the back ribs just below the shoulder blades, moving toward the spinal column and lifting towards your chin. Be gentle. Notice if you're holding anywhere you don't need to be. Tighten the neck, the mouth, your eyes. Deep breathing. And on your next exhale, release the hands if you're holding them. And again, a slow roll down. How slow can you go? Try to let your sacrum be the last thing to touch down. If you'd like, an open mouth exhale whenever it suits you. And now we're going into a supported shoulder stand. So please find that support. And you decide if you have a block, whether it's level 1 or level 2, just however open you feel in your low back. When you're ready, yogis, you'll lift your hips, take the block to your sacrum or your support, that big bone in your low back. You can let the shoulders tuck under again if you'd like. And it's your choice here. If this is uncomfortable, you might do one leg at a time. If you'd like to do both legs, go ahead and take them up. You're going to allow your ankles to softly stack over knees, knees to softly stack over hips. And if it would please you, you can come back into the 1-2 ratio breath. This pose allows us to move into the parasympathetic nervous system. It calms us. You might even start to feel quiet wash through your mind as you feel stillness in the pose. If you need to come out at any time, listen to your body. If your toes get tingly, don't be afraid to wiggle them. You don't want to cut off the blood flow. If at any time you find yourself nervous or agitated, this pose is a beautiful antidote. Or legs up a wall is also a wonderful option if you don't have support. Relax your throat, let your teeth part. Let's just take a few more rounds of breath here, really giving ourselves the opportunity to begin our practice from this place of serenity. Or slowing down if serenity is not an option right now. And on your next exhale, you will bend your knees, setting one foot and then the other back down to the floor. When you're ready, you'll drive the knees down, lift the hips, taking your support out, and again, a mindful roll down. Make sure your support is enough out of the way. We're going to do a couple windshield wipers here. Arms open to a T, palms to sky. Feet as wide as your mat. On your next exhale, navel to spine. Allow the knees to slowly lower to the right as your head rolls to the left. We're going to go side to side. Inhale, bringing everything back to center. Exhale, everything moving left, legs anyway, head rolling right. Now let's do a couple more rounds. Feeling this bit of massage in the low back, the back of the skull. Can you really make a conscious effort to let that internal dialogue go by the wayside, or to step back and watch it? Remember, you are not that internal dialogue. The true you is the one that watches it, hears it. There's space there if we allow it. And whenever you finish your last time of knees to the left, you can make your way up to all fours, however you would like to get there. Going to go through a little cat-cow here now, yogis. So knees below hips, wrists are below shoulders. Allow the wrist crease to align to the top edge of your mat, or maybe a wall ahead of you if you're not on a mat. Root the index finger and thumb. Feel the inner elbows turn forward and let your shoulders smooth down. Feel nice and strong in the arms. On your next inhale, you're going to let your belly lower. I want you to feel the back ribs move into the spinal column and reach forward, heart forward, as you lift your chin. And on an exhale, you're going to start to push the floor away. Feel your navel move into your spine. When you're ready, the back of the heart, lift and separate the shoulder blades, chin in toward chest. Again, inhale, belly lowers. Back ribs roll in toward the spine and forward, heart forward. Lift the chin as much as feels good. And on your exhale, push the floor away. Navel in, back of heart to sky, chin toward chest. I'd like you to take a couple more rounds here of traditional cat-cow, and I invite you to pause anywhere that helps you begin to release any holding that you notice. How deeply are you breathing? Pay attention to that as well. And whenever you finish your next round of cat-cow, if you'd like to take a few rounds of breath, organically moving, know that's available. You're welcome to continue with traditional cat-cow if that's where your benefit is today. So again, pay attention. Try not to just simply go through the motions, but to consciously decide where you want to be. And part of that consciousness might be allowing your body's intelligence to take the wheel, but to stay aware through that intelligence. And just take a couple more rounds of breath here to even out your work. And whenever you feel you're ready, back to neutral. Preparing for toe stand, knees as wide as feels good. You'll tuck your toes. And yogi's choice today, as always, you can make your way up to stand on the knees, or if it's a more kind action, to come back on the heels, so be it. Just do what's right for you. You're welcome to move between the two, but let's not try to push too hard in sitting in the heels. All right, try to be as upright as you can in the spine. Glutes are strong, navel in, let the shoulders smooth down. Extending the arms forward, turn the thumbs down. And let's do it the other way today. Right arm underneath, left, interlace your fingers, and let your hands come into your heart. Shoulders down again if they lifted, collarbones wide. And we'll find a little neck work here as well. But first, gently grip your fingertips, feel the palms together. Bring the chin down a little towards your throat. And on your next exhale, begin to turn toward the right. Chin toward shoulder. On an inhale, back into center. And on your exhale, head turns left. Find your edge. Chin drawing toward throat. Inhale, back to neutral. Re-extend the arms, release, and we'll go the other way. Right arm on top of left. Interlace, hands back in toward heart, shoulders down, collarbones wide. Again, a gentle gripping in the palms, the fingertips. On your next exhale, keeping chin parallel to the floor, you're going to bring right ear toward right shoulder. Left shoulder drops away. On an inhale, gently make your way back up. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Right shoulder softly drops away. Find your edge. Notice your breathing. Inhale, make your way back up to neutral. Re-extend and release the hands. You're welcome to roll out a couple times each way. And whenever you feel ready, yogis, release your hands and make your way forward. Untucking the toes. As always, you're welcome to gently drum the top of the foot on the mat, encourage some blood flow. Please have your support available at the top edge of the mat, and when you're ready, prepare for down dog. Wrist crease parallel again to top edge of mat, fingers evenly spread. You'll step your feet back and lift your hips to the sky when you're ready. Again, you can step the feet in, try to have them at least hip width, then you can bend the knees if that helps you get a little longer through the spine. You are welcome to pedal the legs side to side, or maybe you tick-tock your hips side to side, or maybe you'd even like to roll up onto the balls of the feet, or be still. Consciously choose what you'd like to do, what will help you move toward balance. And let's create some strength in the upper body. Index finger, thumb rooting down. Let the inner elbows turn forward. And the outer edges of your shoulder blades lift from the floor. Relax your neck. You might like to do a little dangle here, a little shake of yes. You might like to do a little shake of no. Coming to stillness when you feel ready. Maybe you would even like to yawn your mouth open and stick your tongue out. Let go around your mouth. Coming back toward neutral when you're ready. Navel to spine. On your next exhale, squat your hips back to your heels and press your hands into the floor and forward. Find a little extra length here. Maybe a little wiggle of the tail would even be a benefit. Relax your neck. And on an inhale, re-extend the legs as much as feels good to you today. On your next exhale, please look to your hands, and however you would like to get there, make your way to powerful pose at the top of the mat. Your feet will be at least hip width, all 10 toes pointing forward. Put weight in your heels and sink your hips down. If blocks coming in are going to provide you the space that we're trying to create, do it. Again, watch the ego and the thinking that we have to be in a certain way. Allow yourself the space here. With weight in the heels, feel your glutes strong, your navel in. Let your shoulders smooth down, and then reach the heart and the back of the neck long. Maybe the hips come a little lower. You decide if that's appropriate. If the mind starts bouncing or the breath becomes ragged, these are tools to let you know you're going too far. And on your next inhale, yogis, push down and sweep up. Glutes strong, navel in. Feel the back ribs into the spine, heart lifting. Maybe you take a bit of a back bend. And on an inhale, neutralize the spine. Exhaling, hands to heart. and palms to sides. Couple rounds of breath here. Again, feel free to open mouth exhale and release any inward pressure. Become aware. How are you feeling? How can you help yourself balance? Feeling the 3 points in each foot root down. Big toe mound, pinky toe edge, and heel. Notice if you're locking the knees out, a little tiny micro bend there. Tighten the glutes, navel to spine. We're preparing for some side bends. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And on your exhale, interlace everything but the index fingers. Inhale to extend. And on your exhale, go up and over to the left. You're going to be really mindful of deep breath in the right, low, side, and back body. Rooting the right foot, reaching a little more through fingertips if that's appropriate. Feel your elbows hug together. Chin to throat, please, yogis. Let's keep the nervous system calming. On an inhale, back to center. Get long. And exhale, up and over to the right. Again, be aware of getting a full breath in the left low, side, and back body. Root the left foot and extend as much as feels appropriate. Elbows drop together. Inhale, back to center. And on your next exhale, back into a powerful pose. This time, arms can be up, biceps alongside ears, or let the arms be parallel if it's too much in your shoulders. Light toes. Feel the glutes strong, your belly button in. Let your shoulders smooth down, but continue to lift the heart and the back of the neck. And if your arms are up, your shoulders will not smooth down. In fact, you'll feel some extension through the fingertips. Where's your breath? And on your next exhale, fold, please. Bring your torso to your thighs, hands to blocks or props, floor. Allow the weight to come into the balls of the feet, and keeping your torso to your thighs, reach your legs as far back as feels good. Relax your neck. Where can you offer the breath to move to help soften? Long exhales will continue to benefit to help your body release. On your next inhale, please make your way back into a low lunge. I would like you to have a block, if not both blocks with you. Excuse me, we're going into lunge first. So wrists are below shoulders. Remember, blocks provide a space. Don't be afraid to use them. Lengthen or widen the stance as feels good. You're going to reach through the left heel. Feel the tightening in your left thigh, your glutes get more firm, your navel to your spine. Notice if your shoulders are bunching up, draw them down the back. Let your chin come in as you feel your heart and the back of your neck lengthen forward. It's like you're a long line of energy from your heel through the top of your head. Soft mouth, let your teeth part. Are you bunching up around or in between your eyes or your brow? Can you let that go? Release the energy. Create this awareness around what's happening. Steve Taylor talks in that book about being so lost in the mind chatter that we actually lose our ability to perceive. I was thinking of this today as I was on my walk and was so engrossed in what I was thinking. I didn't hear the biker come up behind me. But if I would have been more aware, I imagine I would have heard him coming a little sooner. These things happen in life all the time. And on your next exhale, left heel down. And I would like you to bring whatever prop you're using back alongside the left ankle. And it's your choice today. You might like to keep the back toes turned under. We are going to find a little back bend here, but first, our low lunge. So stacking pelvis over thigh. You might like to wiggle right foot right if that will give you more stability. Glutes strong, navel in. Please take your arms up. Again, you're going to feel the sternum and the back of your neck get really tall. Reach through the fingertips. So options, in this back bend. Or, if you're not wanting to go too deep, your left hand is going to come to your left low back, and you can back bend from there. I don't want you to think of pressing the hips forward necessarily. I want you to stay nice and firm here, and let it be wherever you choose to back bend. The back ribs coming in toward the spine and the heart lifting, okay? So you can be here. You could take your hand to your block or your prop if that's accessible. Or if you'd like to go to the heel, that's an option as well. Wherever you are, can you square your heart a little bit more toward the ceiling? Keep the glutes strong, your navel in. With the heart a little more forward and your chin to your throat, can you feel the back ribs, again, move in toward the spine and roll up toward your chin. Soften your throat. Let your chin be into your throat. This will help relax the pose. Soften your eyes and your mouth. What's your breathing like here? We're thinking about moving into an open arm twist. Keep the glutes strong, the navel in. Inhale, push the floor away, come up. And on your exhale, left hand either to block, prop, or floor. Open to the right. And then if you'd like, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Root down the left index finger and thumb and use that to roll back a little bit more in the right side body. Keep your chin into your throat and maybe start to turn to the right. With your focus, with your awareness, prepare for warrior one. On your exhale, right hand down, set the left heel down, maybe a little closer to left side of mat, and inhale, make your way up, warrior one. Adjust the stance if that helps you be more balanced. Wherever you are, left pinky toe roots into the floor, left kneecap draws up. Feel a little shift, left hip coming forward, right hip coming back, just until you get to that stretch that's appropriate for you on the left thigh. Glutes strong, belly button in. And again, sternum and back of neck lift to the sky. You are more than welcome to stay right here, yogis. Or come back into the interlace of fingers, steeple fingers, and maybe we'll find a little back bend here. The rooting of your left foot, the pinky toe edge, is going to help through this back bend. Glutes strong, navel in. On your inhale, again, feel the back ribs roll forward toward the spine, the heart lift. Allow this to be where the back bend originates from. And really be aware of trying to create the illusion of back bending by letting your head fall back. Keep the chin to the throat and really allow the back bend to be in your back body. Soft throat. Part your teeth, relax your eyes. On an inhale, neutralize. And on an exhale, we're coming into an optional one leg forward fold. You might like to find your support. Making your way onto your right leg, you're going to lift the left leg as high as feels good to you. Flex the foot. Allow your gaze to be steady on one point. Feel your inner thighs hug toward each other. Navel to spine, glutes strong. If you'd like to play with the balance, right hand to ankle. Keep the top toes spread. And if you'd like to play a little further, maybe left hand joins right at the ankle. Relax the back of your neck. Relax your mouth, your eyes. Just play with it. How's your mind fluctuating? Are you present? Or are you going into all the shoulds or the what ifs? Whenever you're ready, an exhale releases, hands to blocks or floor, left foot to the mat. And we're going to go right into the other side, you guys. So, right foot back into lunge when you're ready. Wrists below shoulders. Lengthen, widen as feels appropriate on this side. Reach through the right heel. Feel the right thigh firm. Tighten your glutes, helping you solidify your stance. Navel in. And then notice that the shoulders can draw down. Or if your sternum, back of neck, can reach a little further forward, always looking to lengthen the spine. Maybe an open mouth exhale or two, releasing any inward pressure from the last side. Long exhales, helping your breath balance, your body release. And on your next exhale, right knee to floor. Feel free to pad the knee if that helps you. All right, we're going into our low lunge first, but please take your prop back if you're using it and set it on the outside of the right ankle. We're being as stacked up as we can here, pelvis over thigh. Maybe left foot wiggling to left, helping you feel a little more solid in your foundation. Glutes strong, belly button in, arms up. Again, reach through the sternum, the back of the neck, fingertips. Feel that extension. I always think of that lengthening like a Chinese finger cuff. We get stronger as we get longer. All right, let's prepare for our back bend. So whatever level you're choosing to go into, right hand to low back. Keep your glutes strong. Remember, we're not looking to push the hips forward. I want you to feel this more in the upper back. If you'd rather, right hand to block or heel. Everyone, try to square the heart a little more to the sky. And then when you're ready, glutes strong, navel in. Feel the ribs, right below your shoulder blades, come in toward the spinal column and roll up. Chin to throat, helping to relax and soothe you a little bit more. Relax the throat, relax your mouth, your eyes. How deeply are you breathing? And whenever you're ready, you guys, strong glutes, navel in, push down to rise up. Going into that open arm twist. Right hand to block, prop, or floor. Left arm lifting to the sky. If you'd like, right knee up. Root the right index finger, thumb, turning the elbow toward it. Reach through the right heel. And use that rooting to spin you a little more open to the left. Let your chin come into your throat, and if you'd like to start looking towards your left thumb, then you certainly can. Again, thinking of warrior one, release the left arm down, the right heel to the floor. You can bring props up if you'd like. Right foot a little closer to right. Side of mat gives your hips room to move. Fire up the legs and rise when you're ready. Feel the pinky toe edge of the right foot into the floor, the kneecap up, and then that little bit of squaring of the hips just to initiate more of a stretch if that's appropriate. Right hip forward, left hip back. Glutes strong, navel in. Again, extend heart, back of neck, and fingertips to the sky. Feel yourself get stronger, taller. Where's your breath? Keep it low in the body. If you are over the back bending, you are more than welcome to stay in warrior one. If you'd like to give one more go here, interlace the fingers. Again, root the pinky toe edge, keep the glutes strong. On an inhale, feel the back ribs move in toward the spinal column and lift. Initiate your back bend. Feel the elbows hug, extend through your fingertips. Try to keep the chin in so you're not overdoing it through the neck. Gaze steady. Soften your throat, your mouth, your eyes. It's okay to wobble. This is building strength, proprioception, aware of your body and space. Whenever you choose, press down, make your way back up. And on an exhale, everyone preparing for one leg forward fold, should you like to go there. Using props if you'd like, make your way forward onto the left leg. You'll flex the right foot and take it as high as is appropriate for you on this side. Feel the inner thighs hug, glutes strong, navel in. Let your chin come down and gaze be steady on one point. If you'd like to play with the balance, left hand to ankle. Watch the fluctuations of the mind. And if it's not pushing too far, Maybe right hand comes to left ankle. Whenever you feel ready, yogis, hands back to blocks, right foot to floor. And I'm offering malasana here. Your toes are going to turn out, your heels are going to turn in. I always have to play with the distance on this pose, so don't be afraid to do so. And you're going to start to sink your hips down. If you're able to go as deep as this, awesome. But if you find that is not available in your body, I want you to know it is just fine and acceptable to be here. That is also awesome. Wherever you are, you're pressing your knees to your pinky toes. You're keeping your glutes a little engaged, your navel in. Maybe a little sway. Those that are higher up, you are working harder. So if you need to come out into a forward fold ahead of time, listen to your body. And then let's just take a little moment of stillness wherever you choose to be. Keep the spine long. On your next exhale, releasing hands to props or floor. Lift the hips, heel toe the feet in as much as feels good. All 10 toes forward. Let the weight come into the balls of the feet, your torso to your thighs. And reach your thighs as far back as feels appropriate to you now. Relax your head. Shake a little yes, a little no. From here, yogis, we're going to take one cobra pose, but first, a plank option. So if you'd like, you can make yourself move back into a full arm plank. If it serves you more to be in a forearm plank, so be it. Wherever you are in this, index finger, thumb, root down. And you're going to feel the inner elbows turn forward if your arms are extended. Wherever you choose to be, push the floor away. Let your neck stay in line with your spine. Feel the shoulders down, but your heart reach forward. Navel in, glutes strong. And reach through your heels. We want to feel our hips moving into the same line as our shoulders. So maybe even close your eyes and feel that. It's okay to shake here, you guys. Deep breathing. Release some energy in the throat, your mouth, and eyes. And on an exhale, let it go. However works for you to get to floor. All right, this one cobra pose. Feet as wide as feels good in your low back. Wrists below shoulders. Let your chin come in. Feel your navel to your spine, your pelvis to the floor, tops of feet into the mat. We're letting this originate from the spine, from the torso, okay? Not the arms. So on your next inhale, feel the low ribs in the back body. Move in toward the spinal column and roll forward. Keep the tops of the feet rooted. And then I'd like you to feel the hands draw back, the shoulders smooth down, heart reaching a little more forward. Notice if you're trying to give this illusion of back bend by really arching in the neck, and let the chin come down. Down, down, down. And on an exhale, yogis, let it go. When you feel ready to move into a child's pose, I would like you to have a wider knee as long as that is suitable for you. You're welcome to stay right here if you'd rather, if the wider knee does not feel good, and to bend your knees and rock the hips side to side, windshield wiper the legs, whatever feels good. So taking some time to come out of that back bend. To open mouth, exhale and release. To balance, inhale and exhale. Or anything else you notice has gone out of balance. Let's take a moment to observe the quality of your mind. Anything that has shifted for you. Maybe even recall your intention a few times. Whenever you feel ready, yogis, you're going to make your way to a seat. I would like to recommend for the work we're going to be doing to sit on a blanket or a pillow if that allows you to stay upright in the spine. We're going to come into a twist, and whenever we have forward flexion and a twisting action, it can be problematic in the spinal column. That forward action is a natural thing that occurs when we bring the knee in, which we'll be practicing. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I want you to be set up because I think that this bolstering or blanket underneath the seat will also be some spaciousness for our seated pigeon pose, which we're going to do here now. So if you do come into a seat with a support, try to have the blanket only to the front edge of your sits bones. All right, that being said, we're going to take right ankle to left thigh. And again, that's where this lift up in the seat might be a benefit to just even make that happen. If you're at your edge here, you can hold the left arch and press the right knee away. Feel the navel of the spine and length through the torso. If you feel that you could do a little bit more, your hands will come back. Keep the weight in index finger and thumb and remain spacious through this. Notice if you start to get all crunched up, and that's your key to back off of it. So draw the left heel in where you can still stay spacious. Flex the right foot. At least I notice in my body that creates more of a stretch in the outer right hip, which is where we're looking to focus this. Let your shoulders draw down, and again, feel the sternum and the back of the neck get long. On your inhale, feel the belly expand outward. And on your exhale, navel to spine. Maybe right knee reaches a little more away from you. Long exhales are going to help you let go a little bit more. Let your teeth part. Soften the back of your neck. Your next long exhale, please re-extend the left leg and bring the right heel in towards your right sits bone. We're going to go into Marichi twist. So again, we want to stay as upright in our spinal column as we can through this twist. Keep energy through the left heel, flexing the foot. Your left arm is going to go around your right leg. Your right hand is going to come behind. As you hug the knee into chest, again, shoulders down. Feel length through sternum, back and neck. And on your exhale, navel in, knee in, as you start to twist to the right. Chin to throat through this twist. Feel the inhale into the left low back. Lengthen. And on your exhale, navel to spine, knee in. Maybe you twist a little deeper. You decide what's right for you. Maybe you look toward the right shoulder, letting the twist move up the spine. And on an inhale, gently unwind. You're going to extend the right leg. And we'll go into second side. Left ankle crossing on right thigh. Again, upright spine. Maybe you hold the arch and press the knee away if that's where your pose is here on this side. If you'd like to go a little further and it's accessible to you, hands come back. Draw the right heel in. Left foot stays flexed. Again, remain spacious in the upper body here. Press the left knee away. Inhale, lengthen, sternum, back of neck to sky. Exhale, navel in. Long exhale. Feel the belly and the ribs expand outward with your inhale. Maybe you come back to the 1-2 ratio. Long exhale, helping you release. Mindfulness around breath, keeping you present, awake, rather than asleep. Notice if you're holding in the throat or the mouth, your eyes, let it go. And on your next exhale, gently press the right leg away. Unwind when you're ready. Left heel in alignment with left sits bone. Keep the right foot flexed, energy through the right heel. I forgot to mention on the other side, your pivot point in this pose is going to be your left heel. So I want you to feel that into the floor to help you twist. Right arm around left leg, left arm behind. Again, upright in the spine. Really try to stack yourself. This will just be a benefit for the spinal column. Shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen, heart, back of neck. On your exhale, navel, hug the knee in, and begin to twist. Rooting the left heel to assist the twist. Chin to throat. Inhale, lengthen, back of neck, heart. Exhale, navel, knee in, root the left heel. Maybe you twist a little deeper. Maybe with chin to throat, you start to look to left shoulder. Notice all the space in the right low back to breathe. Have you moved away from long exhales? Would it be a benefit to bring them back? And on an inhale, please make your way back to neutral. Extend the left leg. We'll prepare for a seated forward fold. Again, we want to be very aware of over rounding in the spine with all of that back bending that we did, okay? And those of you that have been practicing with me for some time anyway know that we're trying to invite a back bend in our forward fold to keep the stretch into the low back, the hips, and the thighs. The key here is if you feel a stretch in the mid upper back between your shoulder blades, it's a good sign that you're rounding. The cues that I give you, shoulders down, lengthening through heart and back of neck, will help invite that back bend. So that's what we're looking to create. Again, your legs are as wide here as feels good in your hamstrings today. Wider is kinder. You can draw the sits bones back if that helps you feel a little more upright. Flex your feet and please root your thighs. Hands to feet, mat or legs. Shoulders down, inhale. Again, lift the heart, lengthen the back of the neck. On your exhale, navel to spine. And if you don't have low back concerns, invite a forward fold. Next inhale, lengthen, heart, back of neck. Feel that little bit of back bend. On your exhale, navel in. What wants to let go, if anything? Stay aware. Don't allow the ego to take hold of the wheel. Stay with what feels appropriate to be compassionate in your body. To be mindful of releasing in the appropriate points in this pose. Low back, hips, thighs, hamstrings. Let your chin come down. Again, soften where you can, the throat, mouth, and your eyes. Keep your inhale deep and your exhales complete. You let your mind be a little more quiet. Staying with what you feel without judging it. Staying with your breath, its quality. And on an inhale, yogis, gently make your way back up. Please have your props available for our savasana, this little bit of meditation that we'll do today. And then I'm going to offer you to come down either into reclined child's pose or happy baby to complete your practice, or as always, any pose that your body is calling for, being mindful around that coming into a ball. All right? So when you're ready, if you're coming into reclined child's pose, you can hold your hamstrings or your shins, and you can rock and roll from there. Upper back smooth to the floor, back of neck long, wherever you are. If you're coming into happy baby, maybe you hold the ankles or the pinky toe edge of the foot. And again, you can rock and roll here and just massage all of that you worked today. Wherever you choose to be, let your shoulders be heavy to the floor and feel the weight of your arms drawing your knees down. And then when you're balanced, do take some time to just be still. If you're holding your feet, you can gently press the hands and feet together. Noting the quality of your breath, any holding in the usual suspects that you can let go of. And when you feel ready, release and prepare for your relaxation pose. And a bolster underneath the knees can help alleviate low back or hip discomfort. You're allowing the upper back to be smooth, the back of the neck long, chin drawing down to help soothe the nervous system further. Arms are as wide from the body as feels sustainable for you, and palms rolling up to sky will help the shoulders relax a little more. I'd like you just to release the breath, allow it to breathe itself in a natural and nourishing way. And remember, this time where we rest and assimilate is also a time to not just let the body rest, but let the mind rest as well. Yes, in meditation we are trying to quiet the mind to some extent, but we are not judging ourselves around that. We are, again, creating that space to step back and observe, to notice where the mind goes without getting lost in that, to remember that we are not our thoughts, but the one who notices. I'm going to offer some things to focus on as you rest here. And if you find you don't have the time to do this whole bit, maybe just give yourself at least a few minutes here to just be still and quiet before you continue with your day. So as you begin to rest, I'd like you to bring attention to the top of your head, your crown. And with your attention gently resting on this space, I would like you to, if it resonates with you, repeat, I am divine love. If you'd rather, I am universal love. 3 times. And when you are ready, you'll take your awareness down to the mid-brow, what is called the third eye. And here, think to yourself, say to yourself, I have loving thoughts. I have loving thoughts. I have loving thoughts. Moving your awareness down to your throat, your ears. I speak with loving words and I listen with compassionate ears. I speak loving words, and I listen with compassionate ears. I speak loving words, and I listen with compassionate ears. Awareness now moving to the center of the chest, the spiritual heart. I am love. I am love. I am love. Awareness now moving to the solar plexus, just below the little notch in your rib cage. I act in loving ways. I act in loving ways. I act in loving ways. Taking your awareness down just a couple of inches below your navel. I see the love and beauty in all creation. I see the love and beauty in all creation. I see the love and beauty in all creation. Taking your awareness now to your pelvic floor. I am rooted in love and grounded in compassion. I am rooted in love and grounded in compassion. I am rooted in love and grounded in compassion. Sealing this practice in love and light. You are welcome to stay here for as long as pleases you. If you decide you are ready to reawaken, let it be gentle and kind, maybe starting with wiggling fingers and toes. If you'd like, moving on to rotating wrists, ankles, maybe rocking the head side to side. As you gradually let the movement become larger, if it pleases you, you might even go into another full body stretch, arching, lengthening, spreading. Rolling to either side, you are welcome to pause there. And if it would please you, strong arms will help you make your way up to a comfortable seat. You're welcome to bring palms together if you would like, thumbs resting at your heart. Taking time here to practice gratitude for this breath, the life that enters the body, for the body itself, for this opportunity to practice awakeness, to leave the sleepwalking behind, and to be compassionate to ourselves when we find ourselves having sleptwalk again. And please take some time here for your own moment of gratitude. the love and the light in me recognizes and honors the love and the light in each of you. And when we are in this space, we are one. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me. Blessings to you all.